At this time, I'm going to switch over to a blank flip chart in ActiveInspire. I'm going to guide you through some of the basic tools that we will be using throughout the presentation, as well as introducing you to the new features that have been added with the latest Promethean updates. First of all, this is your toolbar. It's all pretty self-explanatory. We'll be using the Select tool, the Pen tool, the Text tool, and the Shape tool. There are a lot of things over here. One very important thing that you'll need to take note of, this little, I call it the snowflake, and snowflakes are supposed to be blue, so most of the time it will be blue. If it's red, that means that you are not able to play with what's on the page. It's all locked down, so you always want it to be in blue for the most part. But what we are really going to be looking at today are our browsers. If my browser bar is already open, but I'm going to close it and show you how to get to it, you just go to View, Browsers, and then it opens it up. This first browser that we have is the Page browser. This is just kind of a bookmark of all the pages that you have open. When you flip through and add new pages, then they will show up over here. If ever you want to take something out of a presentation and move it to a different one, you can just drag the screen and drop it, and it will show up it will copy it to whatever tab you have here. Second, we have our resource browser, and this is my favorite. You can get almost anything in this resource browser. Paper, if you want to have lined paper on your screen to help you with straight lines. Gadgets like timers, and you can just drag them over and use them so that the kids can see. They have some fun timers that will, like this rocket that goes off when it's counted down. You have in your math, you have dominoes that you can pull over to play games. You can have money manipulatives, and just so many things that you can use that you don't have to go find on the internet and copy and paste. Phases of the moon, I use that for flip charts in 4th grade science, those types of things. And you can search if you want to search for life cycles. It'll just give you different kind of things that you can play with, put them where they belong, those types of things. So there's so many things that Promethean has to offer that I think a lot of times we use it as a glorified whiteboard, and we don't use it to its fullest potential. I just can't seem to get it to go away, so I'm just going to open a new browser. Then we have our object browser. This helps with layering, and we will get to that when we create a flip chart in just a little bit. It's very important to have things on the right layer so that you can manipulate them the way that you want them to. Notes browser. If you have ever downloaded anything from Promethean Planet, you will know that there are so many detailed flip charts out there, and you may not know what to do, like what are the kids supposed to do first, what are they supposed to do second, those types of things. Well, if you use your notes browser, if you check the notes browser, you might see that the creator has left you notes and instructions on how to do certain things. Property browser, again, we will play with this in just a little bit. It allows you to set restrictors, allows you to just all kinds of tools where you can manipulate the items that are on your screen and ready to play with. Then we have the action browser. If you don't want your kids playing with this toolbar over here, you can drag the select, drag the pen, drag the eraser, and then you can close everything else up so that if you have kids working on the board, they aren't trying to change the colors, trying to change the width of the pen, trying to flip it to highlighter instead of pen, trying to put shapes on the board. You can tell them that they only have access to what is down here. You can put dice down here, you can put dominoes, you can put place value blocks, anything you can drag out and give the kids access to if you want them to have minimal access. And then the final one is the voting browser. This is more for when you create tests using Promethean. This is where you can access the data that was created by that test. So those are your browsers, and like I said, you will get to see them in action when we start to create our flip chart.